Organisations are spending eye-watering sums on leadership development, with estimates ranging between $60 to $80 billion annually. And yet the evidence suggests we're not getting much in return. Studies show that while participants often enjoy the programmes and may even leave with new knowledge, the real challenge is what happens afterwards. The transfer into everyday behaviour is patchy at best, with many leaders slipping back into old habits once they're back in the pressure of their roles. Only about 8% of managers believe their organisation's leadership development is truly effective. So in other words, we're investing heavily, but not always in ways that stick or that leaders themselves feel makes a difference. So why isn't our leadership development working as well as it could? Well, I think that the main problem lies in the fact that we don't design training and development around actual, real, live human leaders. Let's look at 5 things that we know about the human beings in our organisations who have leadership roles. Well, first up, leaders are all different, and so will have very different needs when it comes to their development. Leaders don't all learn in the same way. Some prefer to dive straight in and experiment. Others like to step back and reflect, observing and analysing before they act. There are those who want the theories and models, while others are much more pragmatic, looking for tools and ideas that they can apply immediately to real problems. Many leaders learn best through social interaction, while some prefer self-directed learning. Secondly, whilst they're all very different when it comes to learning styles and learning needs, one thing they share is that they are time poor. Today's leader feels swamped by their responsibilities and the pressure to deliver. Creating space from a packed diary to focus on self-development is something most leaders are going to struggle with, even if they know they need it. Thirdly, according to psychologist Hermann Ebbinghaus and his forgetting curve, leaders will forget 80% of what they've learned within a month. This is not because they're stupid, but because they are human. And sadly, humans' ability to retain learned information falls dramatically once the learning is over. Fourthly, imagine you have a problem and you know that you need some help with it. Perhaps your car has a red light showing on the dashboard and you haven't got a clue what it means or what to do about it. What's your response? Do you look up the next car maintenance course at your local adult education college and enroll? Or do you Google it and have a quick look at an article or YouTube video? Yeah. Leaders are no different to the rest of us mortals. If they have an issue with, a member of their team, they want support that day. Or if they want to plan an engaging team away day that's coming up later that week, they want to discover how to do it before the event. Leaders' development needs will surface quickly or unexpectedly, and that's when they need the support in the moment. Finally, what else we know about our leaders is that they are all usually pretty smart. They are typically very comfortable with grasping theory and concepts, following structured learning, delivery, and assimilating and understanding complex information. They have reached the top of their profession through gaining the required qualifications as well as being good at what they do. Now, the academic style of education has its place, but it rarely equips leaders for the people challenges they face day to day. Business schools and universities tend to focus on theories, frameworks and case studies, useful for understanding markets or strategy, but less so for handling a difficult one-to-one or motivating a team under pressure. Leaders don't usually struggle because they haven't read enough about motivation theory. They struggle because they have to look a colleague in the eye and give feedback they know will hurt, or because they need to build a trust in a team that's lost faith. These situations can't be resolved easily by a textbook or a model. They call for practice, confidence and support in the messy, unpredictable reality of human relationships. And that's where traditional academic methods fall short. They rarely prepare leaders to handle the uncomfortable, emotional, and very human side of leaders. So what we know about leaders is that they have different learning needs and styles. They're time poor. They forget what they've learnt from formal programs. They need help in the moment, and they don't need more academic theory. And yet our traditional response when designing their training development is to create formal, classroom-based, one-size-fits-all leadership programs requiring them to take days or even weeks out of the day job to attend at specific times of the year. Is it any wonder that they're not delivering the impact we want them to have? So what are the new trends that we're seeing? Well, I've only got 5 minutes and I've probably already run over, so I'm going to list them here and then we'll look at them in more detail over the coming weeks. So great leadership development needs to help leaders understand their learning style, make learning self-directed and available at the point of need, offer bite-size and nudge-based learning, and encourage peer-to-peer learning. So look out for the 5-Minute Mondays coming up if you want to find more about how to do these well. But for now, maybe reflect on whether your traditional leadership programs are fit for purpose.